the mask and the vaccine mandate. What was that like? I mean, that had to be a nightmare.
It was hell. It was hell, man. It made football suck. It did. It took the one thing that I loved, the most, the one thing I loved to do the most, and it made me hate it because you made it so miserable, and you took all this bureaucracy was involved with the masks and how you had to, you have to put a mask on as soon as you take your helmet off. Dude, I was just on the field headbutting these dudes, spit flying, blood, sweat. And then you're telling me I got to put a mask on now? Like, what? It just didn't make any sense. Then, okay, I'll put your mask on, right? But make it readily available for me. One time in Baltimore, we got done with a practice. It was a 2-a-day practice. It was hotter than hell. And it's like a 15-step walk into the locker room. Well, you take your pads off outside and take your helmet off. They take all that stuff from you. And then when you go and you walk in, they give you a protein shake. They give me my protein shake. I'm drinking it, walk in. Next day, I got a $15,000 fine on my locker.
Why? For drinking the shake without a mask?
They said I refused to wear a mask. There was no mask available. I was like, they were like, well, you're supposed to provide a mask for yourself. I was like, where am I supposed to keep it, in my jock strap? So I should just keep it in my girdle, pull that out when I'm done, and put that sweaty thing with duck butter all over it on my face.
Oh, yeah. And you're telling me, though, this was some sort of like third-party person that watched training camp or was in the locker room? Because that wasn't a team employee that told on you.
There's cameras in our building, and every facility, there's cameras everywhere. You're always on camera. Always, unless you're like in the locker room is the only place there's no cameras. Everywhere, meeting rooms, hallways, cafeteria, everywhere there's cameras. So the league had guys that were like watching all of the footage to find violation.
Yeah.
Right. So they could get that fine money. And the crazy thing is that when they brought us in there to have a meeting, because I was like, we need to talk to these guys and figure out what the hell's going on here. How do we avoid getting, fined? Because all of us appealed it, and they refused our appeal. And we were like, what's the deal here? So we're in a meeting, and it's like, there's like 15 of us in there that had gotten fined. And we were talking to these guys, and they were like, look, we're just trying to do what's best for you guys. I asked the guy, I said, how the fuck do you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror and say, you know what? I'm a good guy. I was like, you're literally taking money out of my bank account because you saw me walk 15 steps without a mask on. I was like, these don't work. And I was like, underwear doesn't stop a fart and all that, all this stuff.
Yeah, all this stuff. Yeah.
We're talking about like these little micro, I forget what
it was
called.
Stupid. It's all about compliance, just like the vaccine.
Yeah. It was all about control. They wanted to control. And I hate that. I'm like, when I feel like somebody's trying to control me, I lose my shit. Like I don't like that. I don't know if it's because I'm a real American or, we don't want to be controlled and told what to do, right? We want our freedoms. And then when the vaccine finally came available, we had a coach stand up in front of the whole defense, really the whole team, and said, if we got two players of the same caliber, one's vaccinated, one's not, and they're about to, we have to pick one, the guy that's vaccinated is getting the job.
That is so fucking stupid. Now look at DeMar Hamlin. Look at all these guys. They're not even going to talk about it. Dude, that's so ridiculous that they make you get this experimental thing. Even though it's for YouTube, it's very safe and effective, and it's the smartest thing. Dr. Fauci's a hero. What a bunch of idiots, you guys are premier athletes. You shouldn't be putting any crap in your body that you don't even know what it's going to do to your body. Like your body is...
Every day they harassed me to get the vaccine. I told them, I said, listen, my wife is like 1,000% against this, and she will lose her shit if I get a vaccine. And they were like, well, we can just lie to her. And I was like, you want me to lie to my wife about this? I was like, you're out of your mind. And they're like, well, do you want us to call her and talk? My wife has a biology degree. She understands medicine.
Yeah. Like
she's not, they're acting like she's just some stupid girl that needs a talking to from the doc. This is coming from an orthopedic doctor, not a virologist. I'm so fly, I'm aligned with the planes. My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself